Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll show and tell you how I rent out my car. We'll take it to the airport and go through the entire process. I'll show you in detail how it all happens. Let's go. First, I need to find my car. I park a lot of cars near my house. Sometimes up to 10 cars are parked near my house. 7 of them are rental cars. 1 is for work. 1 is my wife's, and another is temporary. All right, everything is fine. I haven't seen it yet. It was returned. I haven't looked or checked what happened to it. A bit further, there are 3 more parked, and 2 cars are leaving today. So going back, where the Mazda was parked, there's a Subaru next to it. By the way, something else happened with it. It got scratched, and quite severely. Right now it's dirty, so it won't be as visible, but there are many scratches. Starting from, where? Here on the hood. Here. It's all from branches. I'll try to show it closer. And from a distance. Maybe later I'll do some additional shots. The mirror, the door, and continuing on this door, on the rear fender. The rear light, scratches on top. Here as well, also. There were some small scratches on this side too. It's not very visible right now. By the way, the car needs to be washed, and we're taking this car to the airport now. And by the way, as promised, I'll finally show how to return it with this car. So here's how everything happens. Even before the trip begins, as soon as the client books the car, I immediately ask for their flight number. This helps me track if there are any delays, and I can know which terminal the plane lands at, so I can leave the car in the parking lot of that terminal, making it easier for them to pick it up. Often, the car booking time does not match the client's arrival time. For example, they booked the car for 3 o'clock, but the plane lands, I don't know, at 2 or even at 1:30. Lately, I've noticed that planes are landing earlier than scheduled. I don't know how it works, but there was a case where the plane landed almost an hour and a half earlier than scheduled. Clients immediately start writing, "Where's the car? I've arrived. Where's the car?" But according to the tour policy, I can't hand over the car before the trip is supposed to start. Well, technically, before it's booked.
This is politics.
So, in these cases, either they get the car at the time they booked it for, which is at 3 o'clock. I politely inform them about this, and their trip starts at 3. Or they have to change the start time of the trip to when they want to begin. But again, that's only if I was prepared for this and can bring the car earlier, meaning at their arrival. In case they change the start time of the trip, most often, they will have to pay extra for it. Sometimes as much as for a whole day. Sometimes if their trip end time coincides, well, if it doesn't coincide, if it's a little earlier or later, then no extra payment will be needed. They just change the start time of the trip and that's it. Today I have 2 cars. At the same time, by the way, at the same airport. One was booked a long time ago, this Subaru. I know the arrival time, I have the flight number. The car is booked for 2:30. The plane arrives at 2:20, or rather it was supposed to arrive. The actual arrival time is 2:15. 5 minutes earlier. The second car is a Mazda, which my assistant will drive now. It is also booked for the same time at the same airport, but I don't know which terminal. I don't know the flight number. She wrote last night, booked the car. I have automatic messages set up. It's a greeting, various polite explanations of what and how things will happen. And immediately a request for the flight number, but she didn't even read it and didn't reply at all. In the morning, she didn't reply to my second message, and she hasn't read the third message. I already sent her a message.
Hello? She doesn't believe me.
And just now, when I was at the car wash, she replied that she had already arrived. The time was around 1:10, 1:05, something like that. That she has already arrived and she is already at the airport and doesn't know which terminal. I just asked her again for the flight. She sent it. Now she is waiting. As I mentioned earlier, I can't give her the car in advance. She has a reservation for 2:30, so she needs to either change the start time of the trip, and she might be charged for that. That is, they will take a higher payment. Or she will just wait until 2:30. Why is this important? Why can't I give her the car earlier, even though she arrived without any changes? Because the insurance from the tour, which is provided to me, will only be valid during the trip. And the trip starts at 2:30. There you go. The assistant is already on the way to her. She somehow isn't in a hurry to change the start time of the trip, but we'll see. What's with this car? 2:15? I still have about 45 minutes. To get there, I will have time to show and explain everything. Usually, clients come out quite quickly if it's a domestic flight. That is, when they fly from one state to another. After landing, usually 20 or 30 minutes later, the client already writes, "I've come out, I'm ready," or even, "I've already picked up the car. Thank you, goodbye." So let me tell you what happens next. In general, I had another funny incident. It turns out I forgot to take the child seat for this car. I already arrived at the airport and decided to check just in case if there were any additional items ordered by the client. It turned out there was a child seat. At first I wanted to go back, but then I called and they are bringing it to me now. I'm already parking, entering the parking lot. The parking here is paid. Every 30 minutes, I think, it's $5. How does everything proceed further? Remember, you cannot take the ticket if you are warned about parking. Please wait until your license plate turns red or present your QR code. That's all. I take the ticket and put it in the cup holder. The client will need it to exit from here, from this parking lot. Now we will look for parking spaces. But I know that it's full, almost all spaces are full, almost always. I know that on the top floors, there are usually spaces available. So we are going to the top, to the 6th floor. In this terminal, it has a roof simulation. Usually it doesn't have a roof, and because of this, it has good lighting, well, sunlight during the day. But at night it's dark there, almost no light. It's like this here. This is the top floor. No, for some reason there are no signs here indicating the number of available parking spaces. But I'm looking for parking somewhere closer to the elevator, in this case, or to the exit. The elevator is over there. I will try to find parking somewhere in one of these rows. And ideally, somewhere near a sign like this. So it's easier for me to explain to the clients exactly where the car is parked. Here's an available spot. As for the flight, everything has changed again. The plane now arrives 10 minutes later, which actually gives me some extra time. Let me show you. I need to take a lot of photos. Ideally, right at the spot where I'm handing it over. Actually, the tour allows for 24 hours. I could take all the photos at home, bring the car here, and just leave it and go. But I usually do it on the spot. So clients have fewer questions like, I don't know where to take the photos. What are these photos? Why are they so old? And why can't they see a scratch or something else? I will do it here. By the way, as you remember, there are plenty of scratches on this car. I need to take photos of the dashboard. What is the mileage? How much fuel is there? By the way, I forgot to refuel. Well, there you go. Usually I hand over the car with a full tank, but not this time. That's the kind of nightmare happening today. Forgot everything. Moving on. Photos of the interior. Lots of photos of the interior. Photos from the outside. Again, the more, the better. The better you can see or not see. The presence or absence of scratches, the better. Let's go take pictures. After taking the photos, I need to hang the lock and put the key there. I usually store the lock here in the armrests. Here's the kind of lock. There are different kinds. I open the rear, usually the left window. I hang the lock. Damn, I hope I don't break the glass and carefully close it. Maybe not completely closed. I put the key here. Ideally, it should be placed in this kind of signal-absorbing pouch. After that, I enter the code again, lock it, take photos of this, and send them to the client. I went downstairs, pick up the child seat. Now I'll go back up. I think I've already taken the photos. I'll tell you. Some more details that I didn't have time to explain. I've even sent a message to the client. By the way, the plane was delayed by another 10 minutes, so it has already landed. Just a couple of minutes ago, the plane landed with a 20-minute delay. It was planned to arrive 5 minutes early. So, what else haven't I mentioned? I need to verify the client's driver's license before handing over the car. By the way, that's a strange thing. Now, I'll try to explain in more detail. But the idea is roughly this. So I don't know if I'll be visible or not. I'll leave the child seat for now.
I forgot to specify facing forward or backward, but I'll place it facing forward. If they need to, they'll rearrange it themselves as they see fit. Driver's license. Even though I don't see the client, and I don't even know who will come now, maybe another person, just don't tell anyone about this. It's a secret. Anyone can come, but nevertheless, some person who originally booked the car there on the other end of the app must simply send their photo and, a photo of their driver's license. Yes, and a selfie holding this photo in their hand. After that, I don't have to meet with him, which is exactly what I plan to do. This is basically enough to confirm that he will indeed be driving this car. Although, once again, anyone can come for the car. He confirms the driver's license, or rather he sends the photo and I confirm it. I need to verify that the license is indeed his, that his name is listed, and that the license is valid. That is, the expiration date hasn't passed. His date of birth, everything matches. Once I have confirmed this, he can start the trip. Well, as I said, on time. That is, when it is scheduled. No, not earlier. Later is possible. That's all. The seat is in place. It seems to be secured well enough. I would take a couple more photos now. With the seat installed, to show that it is actually there, because before I took photos without the seat. And now, so if I haven't forgotten anything, I'll put the key back in place and lock the car. By the way, I should have taken a couple of general photos. Let's do it. As it is. And I have another phone on which I can take a photo of the installed seat. Moving on. I put the key. As I said, lock it. And I won't show you the actual code. Done. Forgot to close it. Brilliant. Everyone Saw the code, right? Locking the car. Yes, I should have put it in a Faraday bag to block the signal, but I didn't do that. The client is supposed to arrive in literally 5 minutes, so it's not that critically important. I'm taking a couple of general view photos, and preferably it should show either the elevator or the sign that says row 608. In this case, both are visible. It's very close to the elevator. We parked, it will be convenient for the client. There. What else? I'll show you now in the app how to confirm the driver's license. It would have been better to do this in advance, well, before the trip starts. Not just now 5 minutes before, or rather, when she is already on her way, because in principle, the trip has already started. I'm a bit late, but the client is also delayed. The flight was delayed. Why in advance? Because it often turns out that the driver's license is invalid, not theirs, or it's lost, and they can't confirm it. If they can't, or won't be able to, actually confirm it, then I can't issue the car. When this is discovered at the last moment, like right now, here already, it's not very pleasant, not very cool. I need to take everything back, pack up, and go home. The trip is canceled. They refund me, maybe pay for at most 1 day of rental, and that's it. And if I had found out, at least in advance, like half a day or sometime before, I would get the same money, a refund for 1 day, but at least I wouldn't waste my time and wouldn't even go to the airport. Both clients, today there are 2 cars, a Mazda and a Subaru, both confirmed in advance. Everything is fine with the licenses. I'll just show you now how this interface looks, how it works. So did I mention in the end or not that I send a message to the client at the very end when I've parked everything, where the car is located, what the lockbox code is, and that the parking ticket is in the cup holder. Have a great trip. After that, I am finally free. For that trip, I already confirmed the driver's license, so now we will confirm it for another car. We scroll here, find confirm driver's license, and take a look. Of course, we will erase all the data. Client, what do I need to check? That it is indeed a driver's license, that it's not a learner's permit, that the name matches the one listed above, and that the birth dates match. Yes, everything matches. Also that the expiration date, well, that they are not expired, that they are valid. And the selfie, again, that everything matches. Oh my gosh, what are those nails? Do you see this? Green nails. This guy's going to drive a Lexus. Later, when I return the car, later today, I will upload the photos. Everything as usual, as I told you. That's it.